This is the kitchen. We designed it so that while cooking we can entertain, have two couples there, and folks can be working around the stations. As many of you know, we like to cook Thai food, and so these can all accommodate a wok. It has a griddle on the grill, and a pretty functional kitchen. This rolls. The working table, and back here is my cutting block, which is parota, a chunk of parota, a hard wood from down here.
Would you like to tell them where you got this parota?
This parota, our gardener slash administrator knew I was looking for one, and we got it in Naranjo. They had cut down the tree, and we found it alongside the road. Spared no expense. I wanted to show you what it's like to cook here. We designed it so that when one is cooking, you could entertain a couple of couples could sit across and chop and vegetables or whatever, and then we have working space inside, as shown earlier, with the island and so on. But it's a nice vista. There's a beautiful breeze through here. It's a fun place to cook, so come down and I'll let you cook. And behind the swinging doors is the pantry. To the left, behind the heliconia, is rosewood screen from China, chopping block, a piece of art from Japan, convection oven, microwave, and of course the sink. And we have a master craftsman who did our work here. Just about everything we want he has made. Here's a good way to get the herbs. And over here, for example,
And show them back in the corner.
and back here, of course, very functional, so you can pull out. And down below, because we wanted to use this cupboard here, or what's that called?
Buffet.
Buffet, and we couldn't open the doors. We designed it, so looks like this.
Ta-da!
Isn't that cool? This is just a kind of a china cabinet with a number of things in it. Some goblets and from Germany, and down below in the center, my grandmother and grandfather's cut crystal from their wedding. Gosh, almost a century ago, a long time ago. And then kind of a panorama, another panorama of the kitchen. Copper pots and lead crystal that we get from Fostoria. And then down this way is the guest bedroom and the guest bathroom. And on the walls are some interesting pieces of art. And by the way, why didn't you tell me my hair needed combed earlier? These are not photographs, these are pencil drawings. Amazing pieces of art that we were lucky enough to find. It's just mind-boggling. We've had people argue and say, no, it's a photograph, until we get out the magnifying glass. But just spectacular pieces of line drawing art. We have 4 of them. And then on the opposite wall are some really nice pastels that also we picked up in Iraq. And in here is the guest bedroom. This, for those of you who have yet to come visit, this is where you may stay. The bed and the armoire are Austrian, about 200 years old. The 2 end tables were made by the furniture maker for the King of Thailand. Alcove over here holds my grandfather's roll-top desk. There's the boat Patty and I lived on, Angkor Wat, just all sorts of memorabilia. And on this wall is the quilt that Patty's mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, they all worked on that quilt together. And each of the children got a portion of the quilt. And so we had it framed. Really neat heirloom to have. The armoire, another of the pencil drawings on the far wall. Another piece on the left is one of Patty's...
A Mother's Day present.
Mother's Day present from
Craig.
And then Carnival Glass. And on the right, we won't go in there, but that's a large storage area, storage bodega, which is kind of neat. The door is Perota. In this room, we use Perota. Remember the chopping block? This is what the wood looks like when it's polished. And that old picture is Patty's daddy.
Circa 1908, because he was just a few months old there. That is the original frame. I wouldn't take anything for it.
And over the bed is a neat picture Patty got, and the artist was a paraplegic and painted that with a brush in his teeth. Okay, now we're in the living room. You can see the hallway that we came through a moment ago. And there's some of the 6 oil paintings that we had when we were in Iraq. In the Konex, the shipping container in which we lived. Of course, what kind of place had Buddha in his required highest point would be without incense. The other pictures from Iraq. And a part of the living room that abuts the infinity pool. Awfully bright out there, sorry. Doesn't that pool look inviting? And you can see that's, oh gosh, you don't see me. And there's 3 graces, which, see if you can see the 3 graces in there. Isn't that cool? Frederick Hart piece. As is the 3 soldiers vignette up there. Flanking a really neat piece that Nancy Mitchell did for us. Nancy is the wife and boss of Charlie Mitchell, our good friend who's the Vicksburg newspaper editor. A couple pieces from Iraq. And Nancy painted that one in the middle. She's quite talented. And here are, on both sides, these are placemats from a state dinner that Governor Mochizuki.
It's kind of a nice little oil painting.
And down here is just various pieces from Iraq. This is some pottery shards from the ziggurat of Ur, which is 4,000 years old, was unearthed in the 20s by the Germans, and perhaps 200 meters from here is where Abraham was born, the Abraham from whence 3 religions were spawned. So this pottery shards may be as old as Abraham. They were in the very deep strata of earth there.
And this was presented to us by our friends as we were leaving Iraq.
Our Iraqi friends.
Yes, our Iraqi friends. And the same with this glass sculpture here.
Little guy too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that opened up.
Oh, we can hide treasures in there. It's a new discovery.